Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. I'm just doing this video on a no start issue, and if you guys have this no start issue, it's probably gonna be an easy fix because you're probably gonna be getting a check engine light with this issue. So if you have a check engine light with this no start, it'll probably be something that you could figure out as far as what exactly the problem is. Now, the code for this no start is P0688, and most of the time, you guys have no start issues. They don't actually throw codes unless it's for the issues with the crankshaft or camshaft position sensor. But this code, the P0688 code, is essentially for ECM, PCM, power relay sense circuit open, and that's exactly how it's defined. And there are many reasons, well, not many, but a couple reasons why this code comes up and why you actually have the no start condition, and we're gonna go through that. But this code essentially is related to output circuit issues, and this includes issues with the ECM or ECU computer failure itself, which is the main computer in your vehicle. Sometimes it's called the ECM PCM. It's sometimes known as the power control module or the engine control module. And essentially you get this code because obviously there is an issue, a failure of power to the control module, or too much power going to relay on the control module. So essentially the P0688 essentially the relay control circuit that supplies power to the ECM essentially the computer is sensing that's either the output is either too high or the voltage is abnormal as far as the reading is concerned. And there are certain vehicles that actually has a relay supply to the ECM with power and ground signals, and those vehicles are the only vehicles that actually have this particular code in the system. So essentially, if you guys don't know what that relay does, the PCM ECM relay, it essentially sends power info to the ECM. And obviously, for it to send power, it actually needs a voltage from the battery and a ground signal for the ignition switch to be on to operate. And if that's not the case, then you're going to get a no start issue. The output on the relay also supplies the ECM with vehicle data, and when the ECM is sent a signal that's outside of the range, it's going to cause some issues with your vehicle. So essentially, what causes this code is damaged or defective ECM relay. And if you guys have a damaged or defective ECM relay, you guys could probably just swap out the relay just to test it with a similar relay in the tip-in or the fuse box. It's very, very simple. Just find another relay that's not important to any of the physical starting of the car, the computer of the car, and then you can swap it out, see whether it starts normally, or you could just swap out the relay itself from the relay. They're not very expensive. Another thing that could cause this issue is damage or defective, corroded, or loose electrical wiring, or any connections that's related to the ECM, the relay itself, or any kind of wiring that's connected to that particular system. Another thing that could actually cause this code is a damage or defective ECM or PCM. And I will tell you, most of the time it's really not the ECM or PCM that's the issue. It's probably a wiring issue, but most of the time it's probably a relay issue that you guys can swap it out pretty easily. Now let's talk about the symptoms of this code. You are going to get a check engine light, obviously, and the check engine light might, well, most of the time you're gonna get a check engine light. Sometimes there's a chance that you won't get a check engine light, and sometimes oddly enough, you probably might have this code without any symptoms. You might be able to start for the most part. If you guys actually get a no start with this code, then it's definitely something related to the relay itself, or any kind of maybe ground wiring. But in some cases, maybe the ECM or the PCM. So basically what you guys want to do is, as far as diagnosing this issue, you might want to check the battery, because you know, the battery is part of the starting system and it's the easiest to check. You guys might want to check test out all the fuses to make sure that all the fuses are good. Want to inspect any kind of the wiring on the around the ECM, ECU, ground wiring, just to make sure that none of them are broken. You might want to unplug the ECM PCM relay connector and then plug it back in, just to see whether you know, whether that changes anything. But aside from that, let's talk about how you guys can actually fix this problem. You might be able to fix this problem by repairing if there are any loose or damaged battery cables. You might want to repair it that way. You might want to just replace the battery. If you guys need to replace the battery, make sure the battery is fully charged. Check the fuses, make sure all the fuses are good. Repair or replace damaged or corroded electrical wires and related connectors. Repair loose or shorted connections. If you guys need to, you might want to replace the ECM or PCM a relay. You guys could replace a defective ECM if that is the actual cause of the issue. Also, you might be able to just clear the codes and then test drive it. And sometimes if you guys are stuck in this situation where you're stuck and you actually need the vehicle to start, and you have an OBD2 scanner, or you have access to one, you guys could actually maybe get the vehicle to start by erasing the code from the system. And you know, as an emergency, you guys could erase it and then drive it to wherever you need to drive it to. But essentially, you guys need to fix this issue. Regardless, if you guys have any of your own personal experiences with this, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. It might help somebody else out. Please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up, please. Also, you know, if you guys have any questions, any kind of comment related to this or not related to this, definitely leave a comment in the comment section, and hope that this helped you guys out with figuring out your situation. All right, guys, take care.